Hello, everyone. Rachel Freeman Sowers here, and welcome to this episode of the Rachel Freeman Sowers Live Show. I'm so excited to be here with you today. As people log on, please make sure to say hello. Let me know where you are joining from for sure. Hello. Oh, wait, I got to go live on Instagram. Yeah, see, like juggling these multiple things. These are the things that you have to experience when you start doing a video. Hello, Instagram. Say hello to me if you are on Instagram. Oh, goodness. How are all of you doing? If you have seen my recent lives, you will know that things are really full of abundance and blessings. It doesn't mean I don't have hard times. It doesn't mean I don't get sad. It doesn't mean I don't get frustrated. But what that does mean is that the majority of the time, if those feelings come, I can honor them and I can move through them without them stopping me from being the woman that I want to be, interacting in the world that I want, the way that I want to be, and having the business that I want. So often we can get caught up, including me. When I say we, I mean I too, in those thoughts that come like, when will this ever happen? I can't go live. I'm not confident enough to go on video. I'm not charismatic enough to go on video. All of those kind of thoughts really can stop us. And when we step out, hey, how are you? Oh, thanks. I'm saying hi to Instagram over there. When we really step out into this different way of being and we make some micro adjustments, hey, Lindsay Hughes, we can literally, oh my gosh, like recognize the power that is within each and every one of us. And this is why I talk a lot about neuroscience. This is why I talk a lot about emotional intelligence, not only because I've been a therapist for 18 years, but because what I found in working predominantly with women over the last 5 years is that sometimes we can get stuck in these ways of being, and we don't want to be there. And it's not on purpose, but remember, it's those neurological patterned ways of being. So tonight I'm going to share with you the exact technique I've been using in my journaling for years. And I'm going to actually read to you a journal entry from February 2nd of 2019. Now, the reason I'm going to do this is because I keep all of my journals and I go back and read some of them periodically because it really helps me see like, holy cow, I have come a long way, and how much I've grown, not only personally, but professionally, within my emotional well-being, within the way that I'm interacting. And the cool thing is that sometimes when we're manifesting, we don't always know when it's going to happen. And this is where a lot of people can get hung up. So we don't know when it's going to take place. So we kind of lose faith. Let me know if you've ever done that, because I have. I mean, we are all human, and this is how humans operate. Oh, so we lose faith. That's the number one. The second one is that other people who kind of rain on our abundance and blessings parade. Have you guys ever had someone like that? Because I'm going to address that. And I'm going to show you a comment, my very first comment I ever got on my YouTube channel, like the very first comment. And the reason also I'm wearing a tank top is because of that very first comment. So I've turned it into this, like, I know who I am. So we're going to talk about some of those. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, everyone on Facebook. I mean, whoa. Instagram, I'm getting carried away here. Make sure you say hi if you're joining me from YouTube or Facebook. I want to make sure to say hi to you. So lots of things we're going to cover tonight. So I am ready to dive in. Are all of you ready to dive in? Give me like thumbs up and hearts if you're ready. Show me like, I can't wave at everyone. I'm waving like this at everyone on Instagram because if I push the thing, I'm going to knock my tripod over. Lord help me. All right. So tonight we are talking about how to manifest or manifesting your desires in just 5 minutes a day. My journaling process does not take me a half hour. Sometimes if I want to spend time doing that, I can. But the majority of the time, how it goes for me is I sit down. I know exactly what my desires are, and I write about those desires. Now, those desires shift throughout as we progress in either business and life and all of those kinds of things. And when those shift, it's easy to adjust the journaling. So I'm going to share with you the 5 essential components that need, and I'm going to say must, let's just say must, be included in your journaling process, because these are the ones I have found to be the most helpful. So I would love to have a ton of interaction tonight. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, please make sure that you are interacting, because I love interaction. That's just how it goes. All right. So how can you manifest your desires in your business or your life? So this applies anywhere, because for me, my business and my life are connected. How many of you are business people, business women, female entrepreneurs, and your business and lives are connected? So Sherry talks about plexus all the time. Like, her business and life are connected. Like, she takes that product daily. It's helped her, right? So for me, all of the things that I do in my business help me in my life, and all the things I do in my life help me in my business. What we need to do is some prep work before we get started. So here is the prep work, and I would love to see your answers in the comments. Please, please, please. So the prep work that I needed to do before I could really know how to use these essential components of journaling is I needed to identify my top 3 desires and define what those desires look like, feel like, or include. So one of the desires, let me give you an example. One of the desires that I have is the belief that there is plenty of time for me to get done what needs to be done in my business on a daily basis. So there have been times when I felt overwhelmed, when I felt discouraged, and I needed to shift that. And so the shift I needed to have, and this may apply to you too, if it is, you're going to take this, just go ahead and adopt it, is my desire was to believe and know that I had plenty of time to accomplish all of the things that I needed to accomplish today in my business. I cannot tell you the relief that I've had, because I have journaled about this every single day for the last 10 days. I mean, it's incredible, right? These are really the things that allow me to interact and be the kind of woman that I want to be. So just put in the comments one of your top desires. So all of us can have lots of desires: more financial independence, debt-free, a desire to travel, a desire to get more healthy, a desire to have plenty of time, to know that there's plenty of time, that there's no need for stress, anxiety, and worry. Put your desires in the comments. Really, truly, I cannot wait to see them. Then you're going to define what those desires look like, feel like, or include. So Carol, yes, to be healthy. Lindsay, yes. Financial wellness, health resolutions, yes. Show me some on Instagram. Come on, peeps. Don't leave me hanging over here. All right. So what my abundance of there is enough time to accomplish all of the things I need to accomplish to move forward in my business feels like calm, feels like mental clarity, looks like me going throughout the day with very little highs and lows of stress. Those are the ways that it looks like and feels like. So what are some of the actions that those include? So I imagine myself sitting at my computer, being able to figure out every tech issue that I need to figure out. And even this, I pictured myself a half hour before going online, peace in all situations. That's beautiful, Jennifer. That's awesome. I said, I can figure out all of the lighting. I can figure out how to get rid of the glare on my glasses. I can figure it out and it will be all fine, right? This is how it is. So here's the prep. All right, now let's take this financial wellness, health resolutions, peace in all situations to be healthy. What does that look like, feel like, and include? We want to get these specifics here when we know that. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I created a free PDF. If you want this PDF, it's going to have the framework that I'm talking about here tonight. Make sure that you put "I want it" in the comments, and I will come back and I will send it. I will private message it to you. You guys will be the first ones to get it, the first ones to experience it, and I can't wait for you to have it. So you don't have to, I mean, you can take notes if you want, but don't worry, I got your back. So let's get started. What are the 5 essential components to your journal entry? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read one of my journal entries. And, you know, this is a vulnerable thing. When you start expressing your desires, your wants, your dreams, it is very easy to be afraid to express those. And it's easy to be afraid of that and to have that fear because of fear of judgment. And when we put these things out there into the universe, I want to tell you that that is when they become real. That is when we take ourselves to the next level. Let's find out. Oh, okay, Heather, you got it. You're going to get the free PDF. Let's find out what the 5 essentials are. Oh, wait, first, distraction. I'm going to read to you this journal entry. Look, seriously, it's from 2/2/19. You can see the date there, 2/2/19. Okay, here it goes. And see if you're reflected in this journal entry. This will be super amazing. This is when I was transitioning my business back in 2019 to be completely online. It was not done a lot back then. Time to take all that is yours in the world and show it to others. To bring forth your gifts and let them shine with strength and confidence. Now is the time to own what you know and know that you will bless others if you do. That one person's life can be better, more fulfilled, more clear on what they are meant to do in this world. The path has been proven. Your uniqueness shines through, and you are ready for this. You have everything you need to bring your dreams into reality. If this is resonating with you, push the thumbs up and hearts. There will be seasons of growth. There will be seasons of collaborations. There will be seasons of sadness and seasons of gratitude. Be grateful for the fire in your heart. The voice that reminds you that it is your time. The feeling that guides you when things are a little off. The wise one within that lets you know everything will be okay. Man, I can't believe I write this. Like sometimes I'm like, holy cow. All right, so here is what I wrote for the ending. Rise, my love. Rise and speak your truth. Rise and be yourself. Your highest level of service is waiting. Step into your power and let the world see your beauty. Bam. All right, let me know in the comments. Is this ringing true with you? Were there things in this journal entry that were like, yes, 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 I want to show up? This was when I was getting ready to show up in a whole new way. A whole new way. Okay, now we're ready for the 5 components. See if you can see where I've done this in my journaling. State your desires. So in my journaling, my desire is to show up with strength and confidence in this new way. Let me know that this is making sense. Put it in the comments if it's making sense or not. I want the desire to show up in a new way. I know that people did it and were doing it back then all of the time. So I knew it was proven. I knew it was possible. If it's possible for someone else, it's definitely possible for me. So the first part is to state your desires. So if I'm looking here at Carol's to be healthy, Lindsay's financial wellness and health resolutions, Jennifer, peace in all situations, let's get a little bit more specific. As far as financial wellness goes, one of the things I write consistently is that money flows to me and flows from me. Money is infinite. I am open to receiving more financial abundance every single day from known and unknown places. So this is where we state the desire. So you don't always have to state, I want to be healthy. The goal here is to state how you want it to be looking, how you want to be feeling when you're healthy, right? How we want to be able to shift the way that we believe and think about ourselves, right? That's number one, the very first component. The second component is to state your desires in the present tense. So we want them as if they are already happening right now. So let me know if this makes sense, that they're already happening right now. So let's take health. So one of the things that I've been doing is really monitoring my stress, because when you're menopausal, let's just break it down. Your hormones are whack. The cortisol is whack. It's all whack. So what I say is that there is health abundance for me. Now, I'm sure there's a more English appropriate way to say that, but I don't care about that, right? My health can be abundant right now today. Each and every day, I am mindful and intentional about feeding my body the nutrition it needs. These are like kind of the ways you want to say that. Let me know again if this is making sense for you. All right, so that's number two. You're going to state your desires in the present tense. Now let's move on to number three. You're going to focus on the unedited and vulnerable version of your dreams. So this is where sometimes we can hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves back by our own judgment. We hold ourselves back by our own what if. We hold ourselves back by our own fear of stepping in. Maybe we hold ourselves back because of the fear that other people aren't going to really enjoy the new us. Or if you lose weight, will I gain it back? Right? We need to squash those thoughts and say, I see you, I let it come, and I let it go. That is not the focus. Remember, in this journaling, the neuroscience of it is that you are telling your reticular activation system in the base of the brain, remember, what to focus on. At one point in time, I was writing, I wanted to have $10,000 months in my journal. And I can tell you, I have had $10,000 months. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but it didn't matter when it was going to happen. I just needed to put that unedited and vulnerable version of my dream. The income goal I have from now into the end of next year is huge. I don't worry about whether or not I'm going to reach it or not. All I focus on is that is what I want, and I have plenty of time to do the actions that will have that result, that will result in that income. That I'm clear in knowing exactly the right decisions that I need to be making for my business in my life. And I trust myself, the universe, and I trust the wise one within me. All right, so that's number three. Number four is we're going to use words, statements, and thoughts that generate the feeling of abundance or whatever feeling you're wanting to feel. So if someone wants to feel calm, if someone wants to feel more positive, if someone wants to feel more peaceful, right? In all of the situations, if that is the way you want to feel, we want to use words that encapsulate those feelings. Because as we write this, we're activating the somatic body and making those rewirings not only in the brain, but in the body. So then we can be recalling that feeling of abundance. For me, it's the feeling of abundance. And it's just not financial abundance. It's the feeling, the abundance in my health. It's the feeling of the abundance in my emotions. It's the feeling of my abundance in money. And it's the feeling of abundance in my soul, like my life, like my soul is fulfilled and satisfied. Those are some of the ways I want to feel abundant. Use words and statements and thoughts that generate the feeling of abundance or whatever feeling you're wanting to feel. I'm wondering if this is making sense to you. It seems like there may be a lag in some comments, but that's okay. No worries. Number 5 is we want to end with an affirmation statement. So ending with an affirmation statement is like a closer for me. It allows me to close my journal and know as it is and as it's and as it will be. What do I always write? So I wrote a poem in the closer. Like the affirmation was, rise my love. That's me. I'm talking to myself. Rise and speak your truth. Rise and be yourself. Your highest level of service is waiting. Step into your power and let the world see your beauty. That was my affirmation. This is what I am going to do. This is what I am soaking up. This is what I am empowered by. Oh, on this journal entry this day, it says, stay focused and in flow. Everything will fall into place. So the statement or the affirmation doesn't have to be, it can be whatever is affirming to you. It's like, and so it is, and so it shall be. I'm closing my journal now, and this is how I'm being throughout the rest of the day. This is how I'm interacting today. This is how I'm experiencing life today. Now, that is the 5 essential components. Let me know which component, if you have questions on, because I want to answer your questions. Because as soon as I give you this PDF, I cannot wait to see how you are going to start manifesting your desires, either in your business or your personal life or any part of your life. For me, this journal is about both. So the more abundant I am in business, the more abundant I am in my personal life. The more abundant I am in my personal life, the more abundant I am in my business. It's interchangeable. It's interactive, right? Okay, those are the essential components. Now let's move into what to do with haters and negative peeps. So I don't know if you saw earlier today, but I did a live and I got a DM that said, so if you hadn't seen my previous videos, I have been writing in my journal that I am open to receiving unexpected blessings and abundance. Then I got this box in the mail. I had a Tiffany bracelet inside of it. I have the box, it's on the kitchen table, but I do have the bracelet here, right? And I got a DM and it said, that's probably fake. Now, I'm not really sure why the person felt that they needed to say that, but I don't really care. Like, that's not a concern of mine. What a concern as I have, or the way I took that is that it really doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't really care if it's fake or not. It is an unexpected gift of blessings and abundance. Pure and simple, that's what it is. So that's one example. How many of you have ever had the experience where you are sharing something about yourself, and let's just say it's a win. Or some people call it a humble brag. I hate that. Like, seriously, I hate it. I'm taking a stand right here. And they're like, oh yeah, good for you. Or, oh yeah, but, or are you sure? Like, when I took my business to be totally online in February of 2019, tons of people said, how is that going to work? Are you sure you're going to be able to survive? Are you sure that you are going to be able to talk to your clients? And honestly, I did the best I could to know what I needed to know before I transitioned the business. But the rest of it, I didn't know. But I had faith and I trusted the wise one within me. A lot of times, too, people will say, I don't care what other people think. Now, here's my stance on that. Take it or leave it. Seriously, you can take this or leave it. I don't want to not care what people think. I care what my wife thinks. I care what my mom thinks. I care what people think. And even with those two people that I mentioned, the thing for me is that I care about what I know within me more than I care about what people think. Because what part of this journaling has actually led me and enabled me to do is to have this utmost trust in myself, to ask the wise one within me and to know, because consistently she is right. She is absolutely right. Bang on every time. So I don't walk around saying that I don't care. I just walk around saying that I need to care more about myself. The very first hate comment, or negative comment, I should say. How many of you have gotten negative comments on either posts or, I don't know, videos maybe that you've done or whatever? Tell me in the comments if you've gotten negative comments, especially like if you have a business. So if you're an entrepreneur or professional and you put yourself out there and then you get negative comments. Here is the first negative comment I ever got. The very first one, when I did my intro video on my YouTube channel. This is what it says. This is the title of the person. Anyway, this is 1 year ago. It says, really? You scribble on your body and that inspires confidence. How? Very first comment. This was it. This is it. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I inspire confidence because I have tattoos, because my tattoos are meaningful to me and they allow me to feel confident and to present myself with confidence. I mean, like they're signs, they're reminders to me. So let me know if you've ever gotten a comment like this, because this is really attacking myself as a person. This person doesn't know me. The first live stream I've ever done, I got a person on there and it was a man and he was like, yeah, me, myself, and I, that's all you talk about. You don't even care about other people. And in that moment, in that live, if you go back and watch it, I just address him. I'm like, if you don't know anything about someone, you probably shouldn't say anything. And then I just moved on with the rest of the live, because they will be there. The trolls and everyone else will be there. And I want to tell you this. Sometimes they are not from other people. Sometimes they are from in here. And this journaling is what is going to allow those to flow right on by, just like the river flowing right on by. Because you will know different. You will affirm yourself differently. What I would love to hear is, I'm going to shuffle the angel cards because as always, we're going to pull one. What I would love to hear is how or if you are going to start using this journaling technique. Now, I journal every day. After a while, sometimes I don't journal every day, every other day, but I am committed at this moment that I'm going to be journaling these things every day. And so as I do that, I shift my perspective. So the angel card that we are going to look at is going to be around that. Give me a yes in the comments if you are willing to try this technique. I've been focused on my 3 top desires intensely for the last, I would say, 10 days. And that focus has really allowed me to shift the way that I operate, the way that I interact with myself and others. Now, if you're someone that says, I don't really like journaling, that's totally cool. What I would encourage you to do is write down those 3 desires, still use the construct that is within this technique, and visualize it. But sometimes visualization has lots of thoughts running from the mind. It's like a reader board, right? Lots of things going on in there. And when we write it down, for me, it's allowing myself to see what I'm committed to for myself. And that really helps me. All right, so let's look at the angel card. This is the angel card for tonight, and I would love to hear how, Carol, sorry, not ready, change is scary. Carol, change can feel scary, but I can guarantee you nothing is going to happen to you if you start journaling. Nothing. I mean, like, if you just start the act of journaling, it's nothing like, there's like no, I don't know what a negative consequence of that would be. It would be showing you an organization of your thoughts. It's going to be showing you what is possible for you. It's going to open the mind to other possibilities. So within that change, your desire is maybe to not have change feel so scary. That's one of your number 1 desires. All right, let's move on. 3 of Ariel, do what you love, a time of great personal growth or in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Here is the angel card. So remember, the angel cards, they're not magic. They don't tell you anything that you don't already know. How I use the angel cards is to be able to listen to the wise one within you and bring up the things that are really needing your attention to show you what direction to take. Here is the narrative. Do what you love. How many people on here right now, and if you're watching the recording, please put it in the comments, you are currently doing what you love. Currently doing what I love. It is important to follow your passions and do your very best work. There is great talent and skill present. The task at hand can be a joyful experience, and may bring recognition or financial rewards. This is a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. Dang. Working with others in a happy, cooperative manner is important. I'm working on that. Actually, that's something. Oh, I love the raising hand, Jennifer. Get the input of those around you, but don't be afraid to confidently share your ideas. I'm tired of people saying, oh, well, that's a humble brag. Or like, we should celebrate the wins that we're having, the abundance that we're having, because abundance is infinite. And when I experience abundance, you get to experience abundance. And it's likewise. I recently discovered some emotional blocks I had about this from my childhood. And I was like, oh, this is what's happening. I'm dropping those so I can go to the next level. So this is, again, one of the reasons I actually am practicing what I preach for reals. I mean, for reals. I don't ask other people to do things that I wouldn't do or that I haven't already done. Additional means of this card is a labor of love, being paid to be creative. Yeah. I know Jennifer Fontana is very creative and very organized, and she gets paid to do those things. Awareness of your potential and being a mentor. What would be possible for you if you manifested your top 3 desires? What would change in your life? Would you show up differently? Would you feel better? Would you have more energy? Journal. Then journal. Like seriously, if you want those things, I am giving you a 5-minute solution. If you consistently participate in your own life, a 5-minute solution. This is it. Okay. I'm getting all worked up over here. You guys know how it is. So make sure to put in the comments if you want the PDF. It's called Manifest Your Desires in Just 5 Minutes a Day. This PDF I will send to you through a DM. I'll give you the link so that you can get it and print it out and use it as a guide for when you start journaling. Don't worry about doing it perfect. The point is to get started. Don't worry about it doing it every single day. If it's not fitting in your schedule, start like with Lindsay, is every other day. Amelia says, I started at the end of August and love it. I can sleep better and getting my issues on paper. Yes. So about making sure you're putting those things that you desire the most in the journal so that you are triggering the body to have a different reaction and create a new patterned way of being. All right. So we're over time tonight. Sorry. This is important stuff. If you feel like other people in your life could benefit, I want to ask you to please, please, please share it. I would really appreciate it. The fact that we can spread this goodness everywhere is not something that I can do alone. I need each and every one of you to help me. And so, as I always say at the end of every single video, make sure to stay true to yourself, be kind to others, and always, always, always honor the wise one that is within you. I hope you all have a wonderful week and stay tuned because my guest next week is freaking kick ass. You won't want to miss it. Put it on your calendar. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.